Hey everybody, this is Doug Kenny from Stories from Motorsports, and I have my co-host for the day, Josh Mabe, and we have Marc Miller with us. How you doing?
Great. Nice to be here with you guys.
Good to be here, Doug. Thanks for having me.
No problem. Mark, what have you been up to at the moment?
Well, I enjoyed a nice Fourth of July weekend at home with my family for the first time in a while, so it was actually quite nice. So we did that all American thing of watching fireworks and cooking outside and barbecuing and going out on the lake. So it was kind of nice.
Great to hear. How you doing, Josh?
I'm good. We had a little health scare with the dog this morning, but and my parents' childhood dog, but we got it figured out and ready for a good evening, a good weekend, great week.
Good to hear. So, Mark, where are you from originally?
I was born in Grand Rapids, Michigan, and briefly I was raised in Southwest Virginia. So it'd be like not West Virginia, but the southwest part of Virginia, just outside of Roanoke, near Smith Mountain Lake. So until I was 15, that was pretty much where I grew up until I moved back to West Michigan to finish up high school. So I'm basically a West Michigan guy with a sometimes Southern accent.
It's nice. What got you into racing?
It's actually an interesting story. I was, I did the normal things, you would do growing up, and I watched some NASCAR races with my dad, sports car races, Trans Am races. We always watched them together. Um, but I played the stick and ball sports. We played baseball out in the field. We threw footballs around. We did all of those things, kickball and all the fun stuff that you would do as a kid growing up. And I saw a go-kart go by on a trailer. It was an open trailer, and it went down a dead-end street right near my house. And I thought to myself, I was like, well, they either are lost or someone lives down there that's got a go-kart. So I rode my bike down there, introduced myself um, to a family, the Arrington family in Virginia. I was 10 years old, just about to turn 11, and became quick friends with the Arringtons and kind of got started go karting, dirt oval go karting in at Henry County Raceway in Virginia.
Nice, nice. I got into NASCAR in 2007 when I saw the photo finish on the newspapers of the Daytona race with Jamie McMurray and Kyle Busch. And Jamie McMurray became my hero from then on and went on to win the Daytona 500. And I went on to meet him over a decade later. It was an amazing experience, that fanhood. And I went to every Phoenix race from 2008 to 2020 before I diversed into other series. And most recently, I was at a monster truck race here in Phoenix, a couple of them, in fact.
Monster truck racing is pretty cool too. I did that my first family outing with my wife Tabitha. When we started dating after my divorce, we started dating, and she has a daughter, and I have two sons, and that was like our first family date is to go to a monster truck show. And I remember back, NASCAR was the first sporting event that I remember going to that was professional. So living in Virginia, my dad and I would go out to Martinsville, but we wouldn't go on race day. We would go on the test day, so that I could see all the, Grand National cars run. And at that point, they were V6 powered, so they would blow your eardrums out. So I remember watching all the Grand National drivers race, and I was always a big Darrell Waltrip fan growing up. So like I would be waiting outside, waiting for the gate to open up, and jump in front of the cars to try to get an autograph. And guys like Jeff Bodine, and Ricky Rudd were like super, super gracious and nice, and would walk me to their car to get a Sharpie because I was a stupid kid, forgot having to have a Sharpie on me and stuff. And then you realize like now, like you start to think all the things that happen, um, when you see kids at the track as a professional racer now, I do whatever I can to stop and get a kid in a race car, bring them over, get them a closer look, talk to them, like talk to like the kids and really get all the fans involved because I was that kid. And if, you know, if Jeff Bodine would have blown me off at 11 years old, I probably wouldn't be racing. It's like one of those deals. You think about it, it's like, oh man, they're all a-holes. Why would want to do that? Or I don't want to turn into that, someone that's rude all the time. But because I had so many good experiences growing up, even into Champ Car and IndyCar, Danny Sullivan and um, Rick Mears was like they were the nicest guys to me. So, it was kind of a cool deal. So I always look up to them as great ambassadors for the sport, and I try to do that every time I'm at the track.
Got it. So you ran into Jeff Bodine at one point. Is that what you mentioned?
Yeah, Jeff Bodine, Levi Garrett Chevrolet. Holy crap, that was like he was my favorite. I mean, it was
And
a NASCAR driver from Chemung, New York. It was like one of those things where it's like, okay, you're not supposed to be from New York. And he was awesome. Like I thought he was a really cool guy. But I became a bigger fan when I literally forgot a pen. And he's like, well, hell, kid, how am I supposed to sign an autograph for you if I don't have a pen? Here, come over to my car. And he took me to his car. I remember it was a red IROC Z28. Like I remember everything about it because of that. And he opened up his car, went in the glove box, got a Sharpie out, signed it for me, patted me on the back. He was just super nice. And yeah, that was like a big moment for me as a kid. And until like I literally forgot about that for 30 years until you brought it up.